another segment of Autumn Leaves by Joseph Cosma, Johnny Mercer, and Jacques Revere. You know what? The approach we're going to take here is going to be an easy one. Alright, I'm going to go through a segment of the tune, and I'm going to put myself in your shoes. In other words, I'm going to be looking for ideas, okay? And you know what? I'm going to be stumbling, so to speak, okay? And stumbling my way through and finally coming up with something that, you know, I can settle on, that kind of thing. But always being appreciative of what's coming up and what result I'm getting, okay? And we're always focused on appreciating where we're at and building upon that, right? And I want you to appreciate every step of the way, okay? We come up with ideas that are not our preferences at the time, all right? Well, those are always to be looked upon as what? Stepping stones, of course. Stepping stones toward the betterment, okay, of our style. All right? That's how you develop your own style, by appreciating each step. So here we are, Autumn Leaves. I've got an A minor, the first measure. We're playing this tune in the key of G. Here's the approach. This is the bottom line, okay? Now you don't really need to be using the tune Autumn Leaves, okay? You don't need to be using any tune that we're using here. The idea is to take the concept, go to your piano keyboard and start using it. We're only using one strategy here. Okay? This is what's going to make this so effective. It's one mindset that you want to adopt, one strategy, one approach. Okay, and it's actually a combination of two very, very simple ideas, alright, and allowing yourself to have a lot of fun with them. Alright, here it is. I want you to consider the chord tones. Alright, the chord here is A minor 7, as I just mentioned. A minor 7. So the concentration here is with my right hand. Alright, so what I'm doing with my left hand. You can do whatever you want, whatever tunes you're playing, whether you're playing swing, ballad, anything. Alright. I'm playing the melody. Now the melody note here is for how long? Well, we're looking at 4 beats until we change chords to a D7. Alright? And when we go to that D7, alright, we at that point have a little more activity in the melody. Alright, so we won't be filling that up, but take a look at the opportunity we have when we have a melody note that lasts for the duration of, say, 4 beats, all right, or even less than that, 2 beats, 3 beats. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be concentrating on the chord tones, so I want you to get the chord tones under your fingertips in your mindset. Now these chord tones, A minor 7, they're all over the place, right? We look at the inversions. So these are your reference tones. Okay, you can refer to these tones as your note choices for your fills. Anywhere. And playing them in any order, of course. Playing just a couple of them, playing a few of them. Okay, I didn't play the A that time, notice, right? Okay, we can step up, come down, step up again, step down. It doesn't matter, alright? What matters is that you listen to the result that you get, okay? And if you settle on what you come up with, great. If not, that's great too, because it's all part of the developmental process, alright? So we're looking at chord tones. We're using chord tones. And the other part of this strategy is we're taking a look at those tones, alright, that are 1/2 step lower than those chord tones. So, we got A minor here. So I've got a 1/2 step to the 7, a 1/2 step to the 5, a 1/2 step to the 3, and of course a 1/2 step to the 1 here. Follow me? So we're only thinking about the chord tones and those tones that are 1/2 step lower than those chord tones. Now already within that framework, you've got so many possibilities. We can use just chord tones. Okay, now approaching the D7, and I'm opting to land on a chord tone of D7 here. That melody happens to extend, all right, to the D7 for one beat. So I've established my melody. Now, here are the chord tones. It doesn't matter. I'm going to change them. And I'm going to experiment. Half step lower than the chord tone. Half step lower than the chord tone. Right? Now, my measure is complete at this point, right? Rhythmically, I'm just having fun with those tones. Whatever it takes to complete the measure, whatever I get in there, all right? I'm not trying to cram notes, okay? But I'm just kind of taking a natural approach. You can repeat the chord tones. Just play chord tones. Going to a chord tone for D7 here, right? Half step away from the chord tone. Right? So if I was doing a quick run at this point, depending on what your comfort zone at this point is, if you're playing a little bit more technically complex ideas, all right, you can take this to many, many levels, but the great thing is you can sound terrific at any level, okay? Here's an A minor 7, half step lower than the A, half step lower than the C, half step lower than the E, half step lower than the G. Follow me? Rhythmically, all right, we don't need to be critical, okay, of what we're doing. We just want to just let these notes flow. Okay, now sometimes I'm not going to like these ideas, and sometimes I'm going to like them. All right, but I am going to like overall, okay, my umbrella concept of thinking, you might say, is I'm going to appreciate all of it. Okay, I accept all of it. My friend, when it comes to the creative process, okay, your utmost of acceptance in everything you do, okay, during the developmental process is highly encourageable, okay, because that's what keeps the creative juices flowing, of course, right?